Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Let's talk about how many lies Don and Candace are telling. Stick around. Deep diving into these cases is like dancing with the devil. But when you dance with the devil doesn't change. He changes you. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to True Crime Productions with Prairie Boy 77. I'm your host, Prairie Boy 77, aka Mr. Cher, aka the Beard of Reason, aka the Voice of Reason. And today, we're talking about the Summer Wells case. Specifically, we're talking about some of the lies that Don and Candace have told publicly. So I'm only going to be focusing on a couple, one of which I'm really sure that you guys didn't know about. Another one you may know, you may not. And the other one you probably do know. But anyways, let's get into it. First one I want to talk about is this $50,000 deal, this debt with the cartel. Now, Don had told us that he had just made that up when he was talking to some older lady on Facebook. Don't know why he said it was just to mess with her. But then Candace, talking with Ernie, had said that Don got in a bad way with some bad people and owed them a bunch of money. So is this true or not? Personally, I don't buy it. I know it's definitely not $50,000. No drug dealer is going to loan anybody $50,000. Like, it's just not going to happen. A drug dealer may float someone a little bit, say, oh, I can't pay you. Can you float me till next week when I get paid? Yeah, a drug dealer might do that if they know the person, but they're not going to let someone rack up debt like this. That's just not going to happen. The only people who possibly would allow a debt this large to accumulate would be like bookies, gambling, things like that, what have you. But a regular drug dealer, no. Drug dealers I've known in the past, if someone owes like $50, it's a huge deal. Like, they're getting calls and threats and stuff at that point. Never mind 50,000. So no drug dealer that I've ever met would allow a debt to get like that. So that was one you all probably knew about, but I wanted to bring that up anyway because Candace had been talking about that recently, and I don't buy it. I don't buy anything that comes out of her mouth, Ernie's mouth. I just don't. But okay, now on to one that you may know. This was, we caught this just going over the WJHL interview the other day. We've watched that, I don't know how many times. Yeah, I cannot believe that I didn't catch it before. But anyways, when Don and Candace are talking with Summer's head being shaved, Candace said that she wanted to look like me and her stepbrothers. She said both. She didn't say she wanted to look like her stepbrother. She said she wanted to look like her mom and her stepbrothers. Then immediately after that, you hear Don say Candace shaved her head to make Summer feel better. So Candace's head wasn't shaved before, but Candace just said it was. So that's a problem. Anyway, here's the clip so you can listen to it and hear it for yourself.
She was a tomboy. I shaved my head. She wanted to have her head shaved like me and the boys did.
She tried to shave her head
She tried
in
to
the
shave her
back
head
and make it, I think you can see it in some of the pictures, and it was getting out of control. So we decided to shave her head off and let it grow back long, and she shaved her head so she wouldn't feel bad.
So yeah, am I crazy? I don't know why I didn't pick up on that before, but yeah, they literally just said two opposite things. And as far as I've ever seen, nobody caught that. So yeah, now we got to go through all of her interviews and everything, and we got to be really paying attention to every single little detail, because if they were lying back then, well, they obviously were, but I mean, if they were lying to cameras and stuff like that, and they couldn't even get that straight, I'm betting that there are more inconsistencies in everything Dawn has said, everything Candus has said. I'm really sure we can find more issues. Now on to one that you probably didn't know about. A while back, this was when Candus or Dawn and Cher were talking every day. But apparently what had happened was Frank Light's wife went to Dawn and Candus and said that she felt that Frank had something to do with Summer's disappearance. Now, Dawn called us and he was all excited about this. He's like, holy crap, yada, yada, yada. So he had us on the phone on speaker so we could hear Candus talking to Frank Light's wife or ex-wife. And she was saying that she felt that Frank could have done something and they were going to call TBI. Now, I never really put two and two together at that point because we hadn't really seen the other side of Dawn and we hadn't really heard much from Candus at that point either. So we took it at face value and believed him. But y'all remember when Candus called Mary all crying and freaking out because Dawn was getting arrested? And then it turns out that that was all just a joke? Makes me wonder if that whole Frank Light thing was a joke too, because Dawn had said he went to the Lights when Summer went missing and then this time went back there apparently. So he was somewhat on a, no, I wouldn't necessarily categorize them as friends, but they knew each other well enough that, they could just go to each other's houses to say, hey, or whatever. So did Frank's wife actually call TBI with that information? Or was this all another hoax? You guys can be the judge of that one. And yes, of course, there was also the phony call that I was talking about where Candus called Mary and crying, Dawn's being arrested, no, no, no. And that was completely made up. And that was the first time we ever actually heard Candus crying. So we were all just like, whoa, what the hell? And yeah, that was all BS. So when I see her crying on people's lives or on Dr. Phil thing, and it's crocodile tears, I don't know. So yeah, you just can't gauge her with that. So anyways, those are a few of the examples that I wanted to bring up. I know a couple of them you probably haven't heard of, and that Frank Light one, I'm betting you hadn't yet, because that was just a personal phone call with Cher and myself with them. I don't know if they tried that with anybody else. Maybe they did. But yeah, so let me know what you're thinking about in the comments below. Do you think there's any truth in any of those statements? Do you think that they actually thought Frank Light might have been involved? Hit the thumbs up, share this one out because a lot of people aren't going to know about that one. So if you share it out, it'll help it spread around the true crime community. And that's it for this one. So thank y'all. We'll catch you on the next one. I love you. And until then, this is True Crime Productions with Prairie Boy 77, aka Prairie Boy 77, aka Mr. Cher, aka the Beard of Reason, aka the Voice of Reason, saying good day, good night, and Godspeed.